Next, the Japanese hired 2,000 ex-soldiers and local gangsters to start a riot. In the ensuing panic, a number of people are killed and many wounded. Surrounded as he is by Japanese advisors, Pu Yi has no idea that they are behind the series of alarming events.
Pu Yi was extremely naive. He would believe anyone. It was partly due to his background, being sent to the palace when he was only a few years old. The bottom line, Pu Yi was quite muddle-headed and couldn't tell a bad person when he met one.
The Kuomintang government now makes a belated attempt to woo Pu Yi back, offering him money and a home in Shanghai. But it's too late. He reminds them of the desecration of his ancestors' tombs and refuses their advances. In November 1931, Pu Yi hides himself in the back of a car and secretly leaves Tianjin under cover of night. He boards a Japanese transport ship before transferring to a merchant vessel bound for Manchuria. He's decided to take his chances with the Japanese. 2 days later, Pu Yi arrives at a small port on the Manchurian coast. In the chilling cold, there's no hero's welcome for him as he sets foot on his ancestors' native land. Only a few Japanese wait to receive him at the wharf. They take him to a town about 100 kilometers south of Manchuria's capital, Shenyang. Here he stays at a hotel managed by a Japanese club. Soaking in a mineral-rich hot spring, Pu Yi's mood improves. Amidst the steam, he visualizes the majestic imperial palace at Shenyang and the throne from which he will gaze down on his subjects. His good mood quickly evaporates the next morning. When he decides to take a walk outside, Japanese police tell him he'll need the permission of Colonel Itagaki. Pu Yi waits anxiously, but Itagaki doesn't arrive. Instead, the Japanese move him to Lushun, hundreds of kilometers to the south. He starts to wonder if he's been tricked. In fact, the Japanese are trying to decide how to proceed. Three months pass in Lushun, and there's still no visit from the Japanese Colonel Itagaki. Pu Yi considers returning to Tianjin and writes to Itagaki giving 12 reasons why it is imperative that he become emperor, otherwise he'll leave.
At this time, I did not care how many Manchurian people died, how the Japanese would rule this settlement, how many soldiers they would station here, what ore they were mining. What I cared about was regaining my throne. I wanted them to recognize me as emperor. If not for this, why would I have come all this way? If I wasn't going to be emperor, my existence would be pointless.
While Pu Yi cools his heels in Lushun, the Japanese set up a committee to decide on the details of the proposed new state. In mid-February 1932, the committee holds a nation-building conference. There are two main factions, one arguing for a monarchy with Pu Yi as emperor, and the other for a state with Pu Yi as president. The two sides can't agree, and finally the issue is decided by the Japanese. The committee emerges to issue a declaration of independence, announcing Manchuria's separation from China. Now, at last, Itagaki goes to meet with Puyi. He tells him that the Japanese want to build a nation called Manchukuo. This nation would include 5 major tribes: the Manchu, Han, Mongols, Japanese, Koreans. He shows Puyi the flag of the new Manchukuo and a pre-prepared declaration of the people of Manchukuo. He informs him that the committee has voted for Puyi to be the new nation's leader. He'll be its head of state. But Puyi isn't happy. What about the Qing Empire and his emperorship? Itagaki assures him that in due course a law will be passed to restore the monarchy. His role as head of state will just be temporary. Furthermore, if Puyi does not accept their terms, they will deem him hostile and treat him as an enemy. It's an ultimatum, and Puyi realizes he has no choice. Reluctantly, he accepts the offer.